Our commencement speaker, Karen Remo, Chair Emeritus Lourdes Reyes Montanola, Chair of the Board of Trustees, Aurelio R. Montanola III, university officials led by President Michael Alba, faculty, parents, guests, and fellow graduates, good afternoon. It is a great honor to address you all on this momentous event. As I stand here, I feel the weight of everyone staring at me, and it's quite scary. First days, I would like to tell you first, this reminds me of the first day when it all started. First days can be exciting or scary. My memory of that first day, when I first walked into FEU, includes the tremendous fear I felt. I know it sounds strange to say this at our graduation, but I come from a place of fear, and I lived in it for so long before I could do anything to get to where I am now. The fear stems from a sad experience when I was 9 years old. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, which resulted in an orthopedic disability. After being homeschooled for 11 years, while living a guarded and almost reclusive lifestyle, I developed a hopeless mindset that made me think I wasn't capable at all, or I was bound for a life of dependency and charity. I became anxious about meeting someone or speaking in front of a crowd. I had become afraid of doing anything outside my home. But thanks to my kind and generous godfather, he helped me get out of the crippling environment that made me so fearful about life itself. So imagine the culture shock when I entered FEU. As a communication major, I had to do everything I was afraid of. We had to interview people. We had to act on stage and on film. We had to make presentations and also make speeches. We all encountered a terrifying professor and a possible exam. Of course, we were on the verge of failing. And don't forget the scariest 2 words ever: thesis defense. Yes, we had our fears, but driven by our personal motivations, we found the strength to persevere and to complete all our requirements. Did you ever wonder how you mustered that strength? From the university's core values of fortitude, excellence, and uprightness, I realized that fortitude comes first for a good reason. To understand what it means, I had to learn what be brave really meant. Before the opening of classes, I felt the fear intensifying. To make myself feel better, I scoured the web for intellectual and inspirational quotes from famous dead people. And that didn't work, so I called my best friend. You know, out of all the quotes I read, the simple one that she gave me from the novel Coraline by Neil Gaiman did the trick. It goes something like this: when you're scared, but you still do it anyway, that's brave. For someone who has lived in fear and adversity for so long, this is perhaps why destiny led me to FEU. I had to be brave. Be brave. The Tamburao chant that is so close to our hearts has a gloomy origin, as it is the final words of our founder, Dr. Nicanor Reyes Sr., when his family encountered the Japanese soldiers on that fateful day. I find this to be a valuable and profound motto for our university and for our country at the moment. In reality, there are scarier events than the first day at school. there are natural calamities, terrorist attacks, and other crises that may cower us into fear and hopelessness. This is the real world we may face, aside from the professional world we will work in. Scary and uncertain as it seems, we must be brave. Individually, bravery is an admirable virtue. And in solidarity, bravery is a powerful force that can change the world. Our country has proven this twice. In the EDSA revolutions of 1986 and 2001, the desire for good governance motivated people to march in peaceful protest, in spite of the threat to public safety. From the nation's collective will to live in a better country, down to a student's individual will to earn a college degree. These are examples of how bravery can help us do anything as long as we have that will. That is why fortitude comes first. Fortitude has given us the courage to face all adversities, eventually helping us realize our full potential to excel and to overcome difficulty. We must also acknowledge that this strength was reinforced by those who helped us along the way and to whom we are ever grateful. To our families and guardians for the unconditional love and support. To our friends for having our backs throughout the years. To our superb mentors for sharing their knowledge and wisdom. To FEU for opening its doors and showing us the way to the real world. And since we are a diverse community here at FEU, we also acknowledge the divine beings, or not for some, in our belief systems who have guided us and provided spiritual encouragement. Looking back, fear was the real disability that crippled me, and I think that this is a problem that affects anyone. Education as a solution can be wonderful because it provides a world of knowledge and a bonus of empowerment. I believe that education can be empowering because it can turn the helpless into capable, the hopeless into hopeful, and the scared into brave. May our college experience empower us to have the courage to pursue our dreams, to stand for what we believe in, and to fight for what is right and just. Dear fellow graduates, there is nothing wrong with being afraid. A moment of fear gives you time to think about what you're about to do, why you have to do it, and what would happen after you do it. Imagine if there was a space between being stopped by fear and a moment where you have to take action. That space is where we can examine our situation and remember our personal motivations. From there, we can find a reason to draw strength and proceed. We may encounter fear again, so I sincerely hope that whenever it stops you, use that moment to keep calm, think, and move onward. Always be brave. Thank you and congratulations.